Well, hello everybody, welcome back to another Minecraft video on the Farside server. Yay! I'm ripping off Zangief's intro. Anyways, in today's episode, I'm actually recording this the day after I recorded my last episode. And since it's a Monday and everybody's at school and work, nothing really has changed at spawn, so there's nothing really new to show off here. I have chickens in my donkey pen now, so that's interesting. But, anyways, like I said, nothing much has changed. Nothing has changed in my house either. I've just been doing some mining and whatnot, gathering some more resources. None of this is really the resources I've been gathering. These are going to be used for something else, which I'll explain in a moment. What I plan on doing today's episode is doing a bit of planning work. And normally I don't do this kind of stuff on camera, but I really wanted to get another episode out since I have the time to do it. And I don't always have the time to do episodes during the week. So I figured I'd take advantage of the opportunity while I had it, and I'd go ahead and start doing some planning, putting stuff down, getting this area kind of fleshed out. I think what I'm going to do is, since my house is already up here, I'm going to raise the level of the dirt. Over here, the ground, the dirt, whatever, I'm going to raise that up here, and that will be where I start building my house. My actual spawn house, which I will be building soon. I don't actually have much dirt. I mean, that might seem like a lot. I have like 2.5 stacks or something. But it goes quick, so I might have to do a bit of a dirt hunt in a little while here. Getting my hands dirty. Or I might just like not fill in everything and just have it kind of be hollow underneath. That's probably what I'm going to do. It's probably the easiest thing to do. And what I'd like to talk about today is map resets. And I mean, specifically I'm going to talk a bit about the map reset, a bit more about it. I mean, I know I talked about it obviously in my last video, but I'd like to talk a bit more about it and map resets in general, kind of talking about what like the pros and cons of such a thing are. And maybe kind of expand on the reasons we had the map reset, besides the fact that our map kind of screwed up and broke and whatnot. But that's, I mean, I think that was part of the reason, but I mean, I know there are a lot of people who wanted a map reset, and I think there are definitely reasons for wanting a map reset. So, yeah, I'm just going to kind of go over some of that. So let's start with some pros of a map reset. Pros would be, I think first of all, that you get a fresh start, obviously, and getting a fresh start in Minecraft. I mean, at first it's like, oh, now I got to gather all these resources again, and that's just not fun at all because I got to get stone tools, and they dig so slow, and get all these resources to start building with, and all I got is stone and dirt, and I can't build anything pretty and nice with that. So I have to go dig up a whole bunch more crap and all that stuff, and I don't know, that can seem like it's not very fun. So, but after you get over that initial stage of, I'm out of dirt already. See, what did I tell you about that stuff going fast? I'm going to go ahead and start digging some dirt up, and I'll just keep recording and talking about what I was talking about, because why not? So, what was that? What was I even saying? I just went off on another tangent, and I completely forgot what I was talking about before. I was talking about map resets. I was talking about, I should like keep notes or something so I know what I'm talking about, but I don't because I'm not that smart. All right, the fresh start is what I was talking about. Fresh start. I mean, once you get going with like a fresh start, you get all your basic iron tools and whatnot, maybe some diamond stuff too. Then you start getting into it again, and it's like, okay, now I'm going to start building stuff from scratch. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but that's okay. I can just build something kind of basic. I can do some exploring, do some caving, and it's a bit more risky because I don't have my fully enchanted diamond gear and all that stuff. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what that was. But it's like, I mean, you have more challenge of the game again because you don't have all your enchanted diamond gear and all that stuff. And you don't have beacons, and you don't have any of that. So the game gets to be a challenge again for a little while. I mean, once you get full iron armor, it's kind of, for the most part, you can't really die from much. Unless you get like overwhelmed. But if you're getting overwhelmed, that's not because you don't have the gear. That's more because you're just not a good player. You're not smart. I'm sorry. So another reason, I know this was kind of the reason that some people wanted a map reset, and this is another one of the pros of a map reset, is that when you get new people on the server who join like after people have already started building, they kind of feel like they don't know where to go. I mean, especially in like a spawn town where like everybody's kind of filled in their space and there's like nothing left except maybe some stuff on the outskirts. And it's like, okay, so where do I go? I mean, I've had that feeling when I first started on a server that had been going for a couple months before I got there. I was like, okay, so where do I build? I mean, there are houses like everywhere. There weren't like plots or anything. We don't do plots here either. So it's like, okay, so I don't know where I can build that's not encroaching on somebody else's space. So yeah, I'm just not gonna build in Spawn Town. And I lost my shovel, so I'm gonna have to make a new one. And so that's kind of part of the reason that maybe new people want a map reset. But it's also because, I mean, everybody else is kind of, you get a certain satisfaction from seeing the server be built from the ground up. Like you join the server on the first day it opens and you're like, wow, there's nothing here, but within like a week there will be buildings all over the place and people have roads and all this cool stuff, and it's just a good feeling to be able to see how much people can get done when they set their minds to it. And when you join after everybody's already got settled in and they already start building stuff, it's just like, okay, so everybody's already kind of went their separate ways. They're not in Spawn Town anymore. They're just kind of, they've got all their enchanting gear and they're gathering resources super fast. And now I'm way behind because I only have my stone tools because I'm just starting out. And then you have to get caught up, and then you're like, okay, so I'm never going to reach the level of those people because they've been playing for longer than I have. And unless they decide to leave for long periods of time, like I did, kind of, but then I'm not going to get caught up, and they're always going to have better stuff than me. I mean, it's not like it's hard to get to the point where you have all the enchanted gear and fully maxed out armor and stuff, and usually you get to that when you use the farms, like ender farms, that help you get to the maximum gear level when you want to enchant stuff, whatnot. So that's kind of a community thing, and everybody can use that, even new people to the server. But there's still, you still feel like you're behind and that you missed something. So yeah, I mean, of course there are gonna be more people joining later, and of course they're probably gonna feel kind of left out. And well, there's not much we can do about that. We can't have too many map resets. That would just get to be too much, you know. And that kind of brings me to one of my cons of map resets. This is kind of why I was against it. Is that, I mean, you can't do it too often. I mean, because we were talking about map reset like 4 months into the server, and I'm just like, okay, so we haven't had a chance to really get going on stuff. We can't. 4 months might be enough to build a large project for some people, but for those people who either work full time or go to school or do some of both, it's really hard to get that much time into a build in just 4 months. I mean, if you do YouTube full time, which obviously none of us do, then you could probably crank out some cool builds in 4 months. But for those of us who only get a couple hours, maybe every day, to play the game, I mean, it's a lot harder to get more stuff done. So in 4 months, I don't think we had all that much. I mean, we had some decent builds. I mean, you go back and look at one of my videos from before I kind of left for a little while, and yeah, I've got a decent base going, but it's nothing like huge. I mean, then go look at something the Minecrackers are doing 4 months after their server reset, and they probably got a lot more done than we do. And that's because they got more time to do it with. I mean, of course, not all of them are full-time YouTubers, but yeah. So another con of the map reset is the fact that obviously we all have to start all over. We have to get the tools again. I kind of talked about how you have to go through the stone phase and all that stuff again. That's never fun. I mean, unless you think it is fun. And of course, if you played UHC at all, you kind of feel like you go through the gathering the wood and making the wood pickaxe, then gathering up some more stuff. You feel like you go through that a lot, so that gets kind of old, and definitely one of the downfalls of a map reset. Of course, probably the biggest con of a map reset is the fact that you lose everything you've built. And it's like you grow attached to structures, and that seems kind of weird that you grow attached to something that's not like even real. I mean, it's not even that. It's not like like an animal. If you had a pig, like a pet pig in Minecraft, and it died, and you're like, oh no, I'm so sad, my pet pig died. But this is something that's inanimate. I mean, it's not even meant to be a live thing, and yet you miss it when it's gone. It's like you spent so much time on it. It's like, but it's not just the time investment. It's also like the thought to it and the kind of the imagination that went into it. And I mean, obviously you don't like lose your imagination when your server goes away, but you lose that thing that you spent so much time and energy and thought process that you put into it. And was I going for some? Yeah, I think I was gonna. This was probably where I was gonna end off on the height here. So I was kind of making a hill here, which I will straighten this out a bit better later to make it look more natural. I'm just kind of blocking it out for now. But anyways, so I should probably light this up too, so nothing spawns up here. That'd kind of suck. So yeah, I mean, the server hasn't even been gone that long. I already kind of missed my old jungle house. What am I making? How do I describe this? A hill on which to build a house. I think that's what this is. It's just a hill, basically. He says I'm fancy. Fancy. So, have I covered everything I feel like I wanted to cover on the whole map reset issue? I think I kind of touched on everything I kind of wanted to touch on. So, now I have to find a new topic of conversation. And that topic of conversation will be... I suppose I could kind of explain what I'm going to build here. And the idea is to build a mansion. And it's going to be... The front side of the mansion is going to face over towards the village. And honestly, this is going to look like I'm like the king of the Farside town. That's exactly what I'm going for. I'm going to have the huge mansion up here. And it's like all the streets are going to be leading out from my mansion here, out into the main town and all that stuff. I'll have like one big road coming down the hill here. And it'll just be pretty awesome. It'll make me look awesome because everybody's going to like look at everybody else's videos and be like, hey, look, there's some awesome house off in the distance over there. Whose house is that? And then I will comment with my YouTube channel. Hey, was that somebody or was that a mob? That was somebody. I have yet to use my infinity bow. I think this would be the perfect opportunity. Ahaha! Score! That shot could not have been more perfect. Anyways, what was I talking? I was talking about my house. As to what kind of like materials I want to use to build it, I haven't really decided yet. What the heck is this down here? Oh, it's just a torch. I thought it was a sign. It was not. I'm going insane. So anyways, materials I want to build up. I kind of want to use quartz, but obviously we haven't been to the nether yet, and we can't go to the nether until we do our group nether trip. So that's out of the question for now, but I think I might like use stone slabs as kind of like a placeholder for quartz. It's kind of similar looking. It's kind of like a smooth gray block that's almost like a smooth white block, but not quite. Or I could go for white hardened clay. Does that exist? I think that exists. I don't know what it looks like though. But I do want to use quartz at some point. I've kind of got an idea for like a grand staircase at the entrance here, and there's gonna be like fountains on the side of it. It's gonna be cool. And I'll probably have like some pillars, probably made out of quartz, at the front of my house. So it could end up looking a little like a Capitol type building or something like that. And I will be the president of Farside. No, wait, I'm not the president because I didn't get elected. I will be the emperor of Farside, the dictator. I will rule over Farside server with an iron fist. Or quartz fist, since my house will be built out of quartz. Although of course I will be using other materials. I'm just not sure what yet. Probably hardened clay. I'll probably use some wood here and there. Probably logs to kind of make the corners or something like that. Like I tend to do that. I tend to use logs to make corners and stuff. So I don't know. It'll be cool. I'll stop talking about it now because there's only so much you can say about something without like actually showing something. And obviously I haven't shown anything for what my plans are just yet. Let's take a look at what this looks like over here. I think I'm gonna have to do a bit more work. Yeah, this hill's gonna be kind of a pain. I'm gonna have to expand out like this entire hill right here. Probably shrink this river. I do think we need to either get rid of this little valley right here or actually connect the two sides of the river, because otherwise it just looks kind of weird. I don't know if they could plan on having a bridge here, but they could save on not having a bridge by filling that all in the dirt, which of course would take more resources than just building a bridge, but I don't know. This guy's a chainmail armor. I want to see if I can get some chainmail armor. Give me a chainmail armor. Did he give me chainmail armor? He did not. What a jerk. What a jerk. Somebody has a horse. There's also a witch over here. Let's use my infinity bow on that witch. It's actually a, what is it, a power 4? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see if the witch dropped anything. Redstone and a stick. That's not very useful at all. And of course, I'm coming up on level 30 pretty soon here. I'm probably going to take one more mining trip. Probably a brief one. Get some more levels. I'm going to probably try enchanting picks now. Hopefully get like a silk touch or a fortune. Either one of those would be very nice. I think I really want... Oh, she buried the thing. The thing that I made. The hole. Wait. I didn't make the hole. Sandy made it. Totally. And this was totally an accident. I don't want it. No. Have some more rotten flesh. I don't want your rotten flesh. Let's fill this out a bit. But I think we got most of the actual hill that we're going to be building on finished. Well, it's not finished, obviously. I'm still going to make it look more natural, but I think this is about as... I might want to go out farther this way. I probably got some kind of balcony on the... Although that's not centered. Of course, I don't know exactly where all town's going to be, but since we got like one house facing this way on that side and one house facing this way on that side, I kind of figure that the center will be like right down here. So I probably want to build my entrance like right here, and then I might have like a balcony out back. Yeah, that might work. I might move some of this over to the side and like build the balcony off this little outcropping over here. And I might dig out a lot of this too and make like it more like a sheer cliff. So it looks kind of cooler or something. I don't even know. Someone keeps following me. Stop following me. Alright. I think I've been recording for a little while now. And I think I'll call it quits for now. And I will see you guys next time. I'll do some more work on this off camera. I might have... Did I say that I was going to start doing the foundation on camera? Because I don't know if I said that. But I feel like this has been going a little while now. So it's probably about time to stop this episode. I'll do all my the rest of my planning off camera and then show it off next time. I might actually start at the entrance before next time, or I might save that for my next episode. But until then, I will see you guys next time. I think I said that already. So yeah. Bye.